Hey y'all, what's up, my beautiful peeps? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Get Since 92, giving you guys the latest and exclusive content on new music, entertainment news, and inspirational quotes. By me, the Queen is back. Alright, y'all. Y'all gonna get the latest and the goodness and all the fun things at Adventure Time because this is a new concert review. So, I went to see Kendrick Lamar, the tour, Kendrick Lamar and the Big Steppers tour um, with Baby Keem and Ty Leon. And as a huge Kendrick Lamar K. Dot fan, I'm very blessed, period, because I've always wanted to see him. So when I got the opportunity to do so, I savored every moment. I had like pretty much really, I'm going to recollect what had happened. So I went to the Spectrum Arena in Charlotte, North Carolina. So I drove by myself. Yo, your girl doing things. Now I'm getting out there and I'm just like, yo, I gotta make it happen. And I did. But Kendrick Lamar pretty much has always been one of my favorite hip hop artists, and I have supported his music. And for me to see this man in the flesh from, I would say, a couple feet away, and to see the stage presence, and to see his gift, and just see his like, I to be honest, he's pretty much a musician and an artist and a creator. So I got there. The concert started at 7 o'clock. So I definitely pretty much when I got there it was like, whoa, the crowd was filled, a lot of fans, I mean we just were waiting patiently, but let's start off with the opening headliners of the tour. Um Baby Keem and Tana Leon, they pretty much are rappers. If I mispronounce their names, I apologize, okay? They did the damn thing, and I love their stage presence, and pretty much their music has like that, you know, um, modern day hip hop, rap, nostalgia, R&B infused with like that trap music sound. But listening to both artists, I feel like they really gave a lot of enthusiastic and thrill, um, and just a lot of that, you know, just everything about it, And I feel like watching how artists are able to get on stage and connect in front of thousands, millions of people. They pretty did a good job. Now I'm not familiar with their music, but there was like up tempo records, mid tempo records, party records, central records. It was more like that hip hop nostalgia that people used to listening to. So I feel like for them to even, pursue their dreams in music and, stuff like that, that's great that they were able to have that, you know, um, they really killed it because I love how they kind of brought back like that West Coast sound too with their music. I can hear West Coast sound influences a little bit, just a little bit, but it's more like that trap nostalgia, up tempo kind of, sonically. But sonically, they both, like I said, they rap, and it was a lot of the theatrics nights, the graphics on the big screen, and even pretty much, it was like a live tour, and you actually really get to experience the artist up close and personal. And they both did a great job. And then Kendrick Lamar came out, and I'm telling you, I I really have to say this: there will never be another Kendrick Lamar. Period. Mm-mm. They won't. He's pretty much like when he came out. I love that he came out like, I'll give you a little bit of details. But if you go see Kendrick Lamar and the Big Steppers tour, It's worth your damn money and it's worth the entertainment. Because as a hip hop fan, I have been to a few hip hop concerts, a few. And I grew up listening to hip hop as a little girl and in my teens and in my adulthood. And I said to myself, if I ever go to a hip hop concert, I'm going to make sure I'm going to go to a really dope one, period. And it depends on who the artist is. But when Kendrick Lamar came out, all black, everything, black is my favorite color. And he came out and it was like something mystical. But at the same time, it was something like I have different words to describe it. It's kind of like he has a passion for what he does. You can tell it. You can hear in his music. And seeing him, you know, it's kind of like it was kind of like wow. I was very mesmerized by his stage presence, and no disrespect, because of young stage and the rap bars and he and the flow and the rhythm and blues. And I'm also talk about the dancers, the choreography. Oh, they killed it. They went off. They gave me more like that. The big steppers, like you know how like the big steppers, like how um the sororities and the fraternities, like you know, stepping, you know, like the music and arts. And what I love about the stage presence and even the theatrics, the dancers pretty much they had like more of like that African American folklore kind of dancing, more paying tribute and homage to like black culture and music, and even listening to how the rhythm and blues, you can hear the jazz, you can hear R&B, you can hear pop, you can hear hip hop, you can hear dance. The way how the choreography, how they it's like they move and glide, and it's kind of like I saw a little bit of ballet dancing, a little bit, and I saw a little bit of like that dancing of like that African dancing, incorporating with the hip hop dancing and incorporating with you know the sorority and fraternity dancing. But the outfits was off the chain, and they were pretty much dancing throughout the whole entire set list. And Kendrick, he was dancing too, like he was, you know, doing his thing, having fun. And then what I love about even seeing how with him, it's kind of like hip hop never, ever, ever, ever perished. It never, you know how people say, well, hip hop is not relevant today. But when you go to a Kendrick Lamar concert, you're not going to be disappointed. And I'm not saying just to be saying it. You don't have to be a huge fan of Kendrick Lamar. You don't. You don't have to be a fan of his music. I don't care if you don't like his music. That's fine, cool. It don't hurt me. It don't bother me. But you know when they say like when hip hop, you know the golden age of hip hop and the artists that came out during their era, their time. Kendrick Lamar is one of those artists of his generation, period. From the rest of his peers, neck and neck, because he really basically grew up with hip hop music and culture, and he became a student. So he did his homework, and he, you know, he did his homework, and he really, it's like he was learning the mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. You know, I wouldn't say there's no such thing as a perfect rapper. There's no such thing as a perfect rapper. But Kendrick Lamar is a badass rapper, period. Because listening to his music and how he's able to articulate with his sound, his words. He has that poetic rapping. His lyricism has that poetic. He's a poet. And so as a poet and as a writer, because he writes a lot of his stuff, he's able to translate his thoughts and his feelings. And I know, I'm pretty sure he had sometimes challenging taking himself out there his comfort zone and expressing himself because of what he went through, you know? So it's kind of like for him to be able to, like, okay, I'm gonna give you this side of Kendrick. I'm gonna give you conscious Kendrick, badass Kendrick, party Kendrick, sensual Kendrick. I love people Kendrick and K Dot, and I'm gonna take everything and then voila. Because a lot of times, as I was listening to his music over the years, I was like, wow, he definitely has made himself his own lane in hip hop. He has established himself as a certified musician in hip hop and also crossed over, right? So with the Big Steppers tour, it was like really one of those beautiful moments because it was like, wow, this guy pretty much, I can, it's kind of like you can feel from a distance his aura of being able to have that freedom to do what you love to do. And I don't know the man. I never met the man. Like I said, what I'm saying is that I really do respect people of the arts because, like I said, I do what I do, right? So it's like you may not be able to like see them in person, right? But from a distance, you can feel them. You can, when you listen to their music, it's like, wow, you can relate. You can have something that it's more like that. Trying to think of different words to say, guys, but it to me it was kind of like this is what artistry is. This is what musicianship is, and regardless of what the music industry says and stands, I know Kendrick, of course, he went through it because it comes with territory. But for him to just really have that like passion, really bring a lot of people together throughout his music, it's amazing to actually do what you love to do, and it's amazing to really connect with your fans. But from stage, the lightning, everything, preciseness, movement, um, the dancers, they all like from, each segment, he pretty much performed his older songs from the mixtape days, the Good Kid, Mad City era, the To Pimp a Butterfly era, the Damn era, and this era of the Big Steppers tour. And I love most of the new album of the Big Steppers tour. Um, I did an album review of type in Get Since 92, Kendrick Lamar, my review Kendrick Lamar and the Big Steppers. No, Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers. Type in that. This new album is really good. It shows growth, it shows progression, it shows a lot of different variety of how where he's at in his life. So he really overcame a lot of obstacles. And he talk about some personal stuff that really hit home with me because I definitely was like, wow, yeah, I can relate. Um, so he just really became like, yeah, and I mean, I definitely really enjoyed everything of that concert because it was like, wow, this is what music is supposed to be right now. This is how artists are supposed to be, no matter who they are, no matter what walks of life. You connect with your music when your fans from the ground up, you can do anything. But this is the reason why I kind of feel like even with hip hop, and as a fan of hip hop, is like it has changed a lot throughout the years. But Kendrick Lamar definitely he preserved the genre, the art, he pretty much put his own flavor and spin, but he has paid homage to like the greats and became the next line for himself, you know. So and I know he doesn't take things with a grain of salt. I'm pretty sure of that because it's kind of like it's like wow, it's amazing to really see how everything that he has put in is coming to fruition. So the concert was amazing, absolutely amazing. And, most of the fans were just reciting the lyrics, having fun, you know, very, very, it was worth seeing. Cause I never really, to be honest, shoot, going to a hip hop concert, never thought like in a million years I would go to hip hop concerts. Never. Like R&B soul concerts, yeah, I'll be going there in a jiffy because I go quick. But hip hop concerts, I've been to a few. Yep. So Kendrick Lamar, you know, I'll say this: it was a blessing to see him, and I'm glad that as a fan of his, I'm just a fan of music. I'm just a fan, but it was really good to see him when I did, and thank God, God damn it, because it was worth the fucking wait. So with that being said, guys, have you guys? Let me wrap this up. Kendrick Lamar, keep doing your thing. I love your music. Stay being true to yourself in your art. Period. So, Kendrick Lamar fans, K. Dot fans, uh, have you guys seen Kendrick Lamar concert? And let me know down below if you have seen him. What tour dates have you seen him? And let me know down below and share your thoughts and your honest opinions of this video. And as always, guys, yeah. So I'm gonna give this concert a 5 out of 5. So with that being said, guys, stay tuned on the next episode of Get the Sense 92. Like, share, comment, subscribe down below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and as always, stay tuned on the next episode of Gibson's Night 2, Dragon Ball Z reference. Peace, bye bye. Girls exiting out. This is Super Saiyan's out.